Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Eric. If you're new, please subscribe. On the last video, we wrapped up our engine build and it's looking mint. So on today's video, we're gonna get this transmission looking as good as the engine. Now I think that everything's okay with it, but we won't know until we take it apart to see how the insides are. But let's get to tearing this thing down. As you can see, this thing is pretty filthy. A lot of it's just dust and I guess maybe a little oxidation over the years, but you can see like the hardware has rust on it and whatnot. So I want to get this thing looking clean and presentable in the engine bay. So what we'll definitely do is take tons of pictures of all this stuff so we know where everything goes back. So you want to keep in mind which one of these sensors goes to which hole. You don't want to mix them up. So we'll take these guys out. I've already taken pictures of this, so just to remind myself of it. Last thing we got to do is get all these casing bolts out, and then this the two halves should split. So let's go ahead and do that. All the bolts are out, and there is actually two on the inside of the case that you'll have to get, but this thing I think is ready for the case to come off, so we'll just use a little pry bar and a mallet and try and pop this thing open. Guys, there's a bolt on the bottom side of the transmission. It is not a drain plug, not a fill plug. This is the reverse idler gear shaft mounting bolt. You want to remove this thing before trying to take this case off. Trust me. With everything removed, this thing should come off. Let's give it a try. Now that we got the case off, I'm going to take a ton of pictures of all this so I know exactly how this thing goes back together. Alright, So let's get to taking this thing apart. Now with everything removed from the transmission case, we can get this thing cleaned up and looking like new. Case halves have been refinished and they look amazing. Now we can reassemble it. I figured since I had it all apart, I might as well put new oil seals on it. So on the input shaft side, I did a new oil seal, and then also on the driver's side axle, I did an oil seal there as well. So yeah, now we just need to put this thing back together. Everything is back together, but before we seal this thing up, we need to put the other case on and just check, make sure all the gears go into gear. Something important to note is that when you're testing to make sure it shifts properly, make sure you put these sensors back in, and along with these bolts that have like a ball on the end of them. Got to make sure those are in before you try doing any of your shifting. Alright, so it's in neutral. That's first. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. And reverse. Probably should have put the bolts in there and make that a lot easier, but this thing's gonna have to come off anyways to get resealed. It shifts fine, so I think we're good to go. So we're gonna want to clean up the gasket surface. We'll just use a little brake cleaner. Wipe it down. So I'm just using the 3-bond, the same stuff I used on my motor, and we're just going to want to put a thin bead along the inside edge of the case all the way around. Put the case on, I'm just going to put a little bit of oil, just drizzle it down on this stuff before we put that case on. Be sure not to get it on any of the gaskets. going to be a wrap on this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash that like button and be sure to subscribe. I just got a new package in from the Evo Grim Reaper, and it's basically the rest of the parts I need to get this car to be a rolling chassis. So I'm pretty excited for that. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be coming up soon. And till next time, guys.